feel stupid. That's a bad feeling. I think this is part of what I was thinking of, like, a few days ago when I talked about, like, being in transition in terms of what I look like. And then I don't really always know what to expect from people, you know, I don't know. So I guess sometimes the interpretations of things, I mean, I don't know, because then there are times when I'm like, have no idea that somebody could be interested in me, and then I get accused of like trying to entice them when I'm not, and then there are times when I think that someone is attracted to me, and then I realize that they're really not, but I've already made some kind of interpretation, and then I feel stupid, right? So that's hard, and it's like so now I'm thinking about this thing from like over the summer, I think that first interpretation that I made at the Toronto like film festival thing, and I guess everyone's just kind of laughing at me like they do all the time, you know. And I guess I feel like, you know, when I see things like I'm smarter than these people, I'm not seeing it with a sense of smugness. I don't mean it like that. It's mostly just been incredibly disappointing, you know. I mean, it's like when I say stuff like you're so stupid, you know, it's not because I want to feel like I'm so much smarter than other people. The whole thing was incredibly disappointing. Like when I first encountered all these people, and I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, this is not something I expected to happen to me ever in my life. You know, there's all these celebrities. They know who I am. You know, everyone talks about them, thinks they're so great, or at least there's that general perception, because I just had not really paid that much attention. I hadn't really like, you know, studied their lives like to the extent where I was like, you know, sort of really paying all that much attention to what they did all the time. So I didn't know, you know, and then it was just like one shock after another about how like they have no integrity. So that was just, you know, I mean, and now like all this time later, it's like, I don't know, it's just, I mean, there's been times when they're somewhat less horrible, but then it's like you just get into this like cycle of being like, oh, maybe they're gonna really stop being horrible, and then it's like they don't, you know. But yeah, so now I guess it was just this like really smug, horrible joke that everyone's been enjoying like all of these months, but I had no idea what that picture meant. I had no idea, and I thought it was like, oh, he's talking about a lover's tiff and how he doesn't want to have one, and that's like so blah 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 blah. And really, like, none of them respect me whatsoever, because it's all been very effective. You know, I was a really good writer. I was pretty sharply critical, like really right off the bat, really right away. I was like constantly, the first thing I ever did was write scripts to correct things I thought that Friday Night Lights was doing wrong, right? So I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, I kind of already knew, even then, I knew